Right, I want to start by telling you a story.
Okay.
Brace yourself.
I'm ready.
So basically, I was at work. I want to say about a week ago. I'm just chilling, doing my thing as I do, and there's this guy who's been trying to make moves with me for quite a while, and like, you don't want to like, if you're not interested, right? It's quite awkward trying to like push someone away without seeming rude. Do you know what I'm saying? So then I'm just very much like, I don't know what the word is, but I'm not like aggressive, but I'm not feeling it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Passive aggressive.
Yeah. So then this guy goes on holiday, and he tells me, this is a white guy.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, I've been on holiday. Do you like my tan? I was like, yeah, it's all right. Then my man looks up at me. My man looks up to me and he goes, oh, I was hoping you'd like it. I was hoping now that I'm a bit darker, you'd be interested. Could you imagine?
What did you say?
I just went, right, cool.
Yeah, that's
you know, like the nerve. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like, like when some people just they have. I think my man had the right intentions.
Yeah.
But then it's just like
he went the wrong way about it.
He went the wrong way completely.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know. Have you ever had it where like, because I feel like not all of them, but there's just so many men that are full-on dickheads. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's just something in us. I mean, you seem quite wise. I'd say you're relatively wise compared to a lot of the race. But do you know what I mean? They just don't like think.
Yeah.
And when obviously, and then when guys are hungry, it's like a completely different other story.
Yeah.
But you seem quite like tame and quite like respectful.
Yeah, no.
And obviously you're a black guy, so you can't really say it to someone and it'd be like as weird. But
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I mean, men, I feel like a lot of us are blunt because we think logically, so we'd want to just say things with the logical approach. But what happens is sometimes you can assume something's wrong, but since you're going to follow logic, you're going to say it either way. Like he's assuming, oh, you're into darker guys. Oh, I'm darker. Logically, you should like me more. Let me bring it up. Oh, look, I'm darker now. Do you like me more? You get what I mean? So he had the right intentions, but at the same time, it's like, it's not the case that you're not dark enough. Maybe just ask. Yeah, why aren't you interested? Why are you not reciprocating? Instead of just thinking, oh, well, he's mixed. He probably likes darker men if he's not really giving the same energy back. Let me go on holiday.
This guy's white.
Yeah, do you see what I mean? Let me go on holiday, get darker, and see if he likes me more. Because the tan's not going to stay forever. Let's be real. You're just going to keep going on holiday and getting darker for you. Like, he wasn't thinking straight.
Do you, how do you make moves?
You know what, yeah?
Because you come across really respectful.
Yeah.
And like quite like gentlemanly for your age.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just intrigued. What's the go-to?
Okay. If I'm going to speak from experience, every relationship I've been in, I never had to make the movement.
So the girl make move to you?
I wouldn't even say make moves, but it's like, I didn't feel like I was putting in too much energy and they weren't. Like, they approached me and then we just started going on from there. But I don't want to say move to because it's not like they were trying to talk to me and I wasn't really accepting it. I was taking it wrong. It's like, okay, you seem fine. You seem funny. I didn't really think of it as moving to me. I thought it was just, oh, you like who I am as a person. But then obviously down the line, feelings got involved, sex happens, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, now we're in a relationship. But my initial thought is never, oh, someone's trying to move to me. I just think, oh, someone's trying to be nice. I'm kind of...
Are you naive?
No, I'm not. But when it comes...
No, not even like in a horrible way, but when you're like... Yeah, okay, yeah, carry on, yeah.
But when it comes to hints and stuff, people assume because I'm smart that I know what the person's trying to... I know their intentions. I actually don't.
Romantically is always very different though, I find.
Yeah.
Because you could be like fucking with someone for the longest time and then they could like change what they're thinking or feeling. But they may have always acted or behaved in that particular way.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know no different unless they literally say to you like, yo, like, I'm feeling you.
Yeah. I get that type of thing. But just in general, I can't really tell when someone's actually moving to me. I just think it's being nice. Even if the man them are telling me, oh bro, can't you tell she's feeling you? I'm just thinking, nah, she's probably just being nice. Then it turns out she's feeling me and then whether I like her or not.
And I do find that like obviously like your mates are like the first ones to pick up on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, you give me like the like energy of like a good wingman.
Yeah, no. If I have to support the man, then I'll support them.
Because
Yeah,
like I feel that I can do it really well for my boys and my lot and my girls and all that. But when it comes to me, I'm like, oh fuck. How do I approach this? What do I say? What do I do? What do I not do?
yeah. That's the thing. When I'm in that,
Is this still up?
yeah, no, that's fine.
Cool. Right.
When I'm in that, this might be a relationship mindset. I wouldn't say I don't know what to do, but it's like in the past when I have moved to girls because they're good looking, I'm like, cool, let me get a snap, blah blah blah. Then when it comes to continuing the pursuit, I'm just not interested enough.
This is the thing with you men, right? I'm not being funny, right? This is the problem we have, right? Not even just you, just everyone, right?
Yeah.
It's very much like you're giving me all this energy initially, like, oh yeah, like I'm really into you. I want to take you to Big Tesco. We get all this shit all the time, and then like second text, and it's like,
yeah, I don't know what it is though, because
can you acknowledge that though?
No, I get what you're saying. It's like, but I'm not sure about why in general guys are like that. But for me personally, I know that if I move to a girl based on she looks nice, let me try to talk to her. After that, when I get home, I've got your snap, I've got your medias and all of that. I don't really feel like messaging them because I don't know them enough to actually think, okay, let me have this conversation. And then getting to know someone, it's kind of it can be awkward and long at the same time. But that was before. Now I feel like your intention should be getting to know them as a person first. Don't think, I want this person to be my husband, my wife, anything like that. Just get to know them.
The initial friendship.
Yeah. Because it makes everything much more simpler when you get to know someone and then you can see how you're going to pursue it instead of just pursuing them because they look nice.
Do you like the chase?
To some degree.
I'm not.
To a tiny degree, though.
Do you know what? I'm not going to lie to you, right? Someone said this to me the other day. They were like, "Oh, do you like the chase?" I was like, "No, not at all." It actually pisses me off.
Nah, I hear it though.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very much like, how do I word this nicely? I know that someone who used to link watches this, and he always like, he'll message me and he'll be like, "Hi, Jord, hope you're well. Is this about me? Is this about me?" So now I have to always be very careful of what I'm saying.
Yeah, nah, I hear it.
But no, the chase is fucking overrated. Like, what is it they say? Like, treating me, keeping keen. Do you know what I mean? If you're treating me mean, I'm looking elsewhere.
Yeah.
If you're treating me mean,
I get that,
I'm deleting your number.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm gonna put the energy into someone who wants to fuck with me and not like just some random
move
man.
along and lady.
It's just long, isn't it? And I feel like a lot of people are very much like, they like the idea of having, not even just men, just everyone, to be honest. They like the idea of someone wanting them and giving them attention. But then like when you've got the attention, you're a bit like, oh, hang on, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? And I think it's just such a weird I don't know. I don't get it. For me personally, right, I don't want someone to move me too quickly because that scares me. I think that's a bit too much. Like, don't overcompensate it, but like, but then also like don't be like, oh, shall we do this? Could you? Do you know? I don't know about you, right? I feel like a lot of guys do this thing where like I'll be like, oh, yo, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And they'll be like, oh, could do. No, give me an answer.
Dead responses, isn't it?
What are you like? Are you like a could do type of guy?
What am I like? If I'm comfortable enough to actually think of, let me see if this person wants to do something, I can be that straightforward as, let's do this. And if their answer's a bit weird, I'll just never ask them again. Like, I just want a yes or a no.
Do you mean like what, just things in general or like a date or something?
Things in general. Yeah. Like dates as well, but it's like, if I'm comfortable enough to ask you, I probably know what the answer will be in the sense that if it's a no, I can tell why it's be a no. If it's a yes, I can tell why it would be a yes. But I don't want no, that would be nice. It could be stuff like that. You get it? No,
and I
half
find
your
with
answers.
Things like that, right? I feel like the things like that, it's very much like people agree to it for the sake of it. And then later on, they'll be like, I wasn't really digging that. I'm like, well, why didn't you say no then?
That's what I'm saying. Just be straightforward.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, it's like being honest and genuine will get you straight answers quicker. You'll get the answers that you want quicker. It'll get you the situation you want quicker. Because if you're beating around the bush and being halvesy, there's no direct outcomes. It's just, you're just going with the flow in the air. And you're not supposed to do that if you want to pursue someone. You're supposed to be straightforward. And if you don't want someone to pursue you, be straightforward with the answer. Don't be halvesy and wasting people's time. Like, things are hard as it is. We don't need time wasters.
You heard it here from Uncle Dandy. What's your type?
The vibes. My type?
Go on.
Nah. But, okay. Let me put it like this. When I imagine my ideal family, wife and stuff, I imagine it with a black woman. But at the same time, just because that's my imagination, I'm not against dating any other race.
Why is that because of like racial comfort and stuff though?
Kind of. It's like, first of all, I love the culture of black people, Caribbean, African, that type of stuff. So it's like, if I know I'm marrying into a culture that I already like the most out of all the other cultures, it's more comforting knowing that, okay, I'm ready for this. I know how to enjoy that type of stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like I love African girls. Like I feel like majority of the girls I've dated, I haven't dated that many, but most of the girls I've dated, I've enjoyed the African ones the most because I feel like I can relate to them and they make me feel more.
But not Caribbean.
This is the weird thing, yeah. Caribbean girls, whenever I meet Caribbean girls, it always feels like a sibling type of thing.
A what, sorry?
Sibling type of thing. Like
Right.
brother, sister type of love thing.
That.
It's
Yeah.
never really oh, you're interesting, let me try date you type
romantic,
of thing. Yeah. And I feel like it's just because when I find I can relate to you on like a brother, sister type of vibe, I can never see you on that type of
as
like,
someone that you're going to.
Yeah.
Like.
But with Africans, even though we're both black, the culture is different in Africa and the Caribbean to an extent. So it's like, that kind of attracts me more, that you're different to what I'm used to type of thing. But how do I put this? You're different to what I'm used to, but I'm so attracted to you.
Right.
Yeah, because my type, like my preference is black woman, but I'm not against any other race. Like if I end up with an Asian girl, it's not a thing where I'm going to be like, oh no, I wish it was a black girl. If I like you, I like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of black girls that watch this, so go on. I'll put that in the description. What was I going to say to you? I feel like there are like a lot of black men, and please call me out if you think I'm wrong. I feel like a lot of black men though don't like dating black people. I feel like this might be different in London. To be fair, I think it might be different in London. But obviously, where I'm from, very white dominated. Yeah. For me, I've had next to no choice where I've had to date white people, not because of self-hatred and all that, because there aren't many black people. All of my black friends are in London and Oxford. I don't have any black friends in Gloucester. I don't think I do. No, and I feel like from what I'm hearing and seeing from quite a lot of people, and when you see people in particular sectors, there seems to be a lot of black men specifically only date white women.
I believe, from what I've seen amongst my friends as well, it really depends on how close you are to your culture. Because it's like, I have boys that are black, and sometimes they go to their home country, stuff like that, and their type is mainly black girls. The majority of my boys, they really just like black girls.
Cool.
And do I have some that even like white girls? Do I have any boys that like white girls? I'm actually trying to think now. I don't think any of the man them like white girls. But not because that of any racist issues, just not their type.
Is your ends quite black?
Yeah. A lot of black people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do get what you mean by some black men don't like dating white women.
There's a lot of rappers like that.
Yeah, and footballers and stuff. I feel like because you're so into the English culture, it's like when you move up the ranks and type of things, it's like predominantly white people type of thing.
And it's fucked though, because a lot of these girls that these rappers and footballers date, a lot of them have a lot of black features, tanned like fucking Jesse Nelson. Do you know what I mean? Basically fucking orange, got everything done, which is cool because do you know what I mean? If you're in a position where you want to alter yourself, who are we to judge? Do as you fucking please. Do you know what I mean? And it's like these could be, if we didn't know they were black, if we didn't know they were white women, we'd think they're black. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's. I think it is just self-hatred. I think it's internalized racism. I truly do.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
It is self-hatred because it's like they associate. From what I hear, because I have been on social media, I do see justifications for why black guys pick white girls over black girls. It's just down to they think they're ghetto or dumb shit like that. And it's, to me, let me put it like this, yeah. Let's say for argument's sake, black London girls are ghetto, even though that's not the fact. Let's say for argument's sake that's the case.
Yeah.
If you go to places like Africa, the Caribbean, completely different to the girls in London, what are you going to say about them? They're not ghetto. They're not anything like that. So you can't really generalize ghetto-ness with black women or any type of people for a matter of fact, with black people. It just depends on the circumstances of where you grow up, because you could have a white guy growing up in an area that is predominantly black in London, and the way he acts isn't because, he's black, it's because of the culture he grew up in London. That type of thing, you get it? Because if you grew around stuff like gangs, knives, trapping, all that type of stuff, drill music, even as a white guy, you're going to be what's stigmatized as acting black, even though that's not the case in reality. It's just when you're put into a certain area, when you grow up a certain way due to the system, due to the government, whatever, that's how you are. And a certain type of people in this country, which is black people, are mainly in those type of areas. So they just grow up like that. Because there are plenty of black people who aren't really into, I don't want to say draw anything's bad, but it's like using slang, stuff like that. They're not really like that. There's like posh black guys. So it's not really a race
There's
thing.
not many though, to be fair, let's be honest.
Yeah, no, that's true. But
there's not many.
It's like, I know white guys who, I wouldn't say I consider them black, but it's like, you'd think they're black based on all this stereotyping, you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So all this ghetto, black people are ghetto, black girls are ghetto, that's why I prefer white girls. You can't really use that as a justification. I get it because there are some black girls that are like that. I don't want to move like these men are talking rubbish. Like, I have seen videos of, and I don't want to put it all on black girls, but it's a thing where when people say things, there's always a bit of truth to it. So on the media, when you see women shouting, women arguing with men, stuff like that, it is sometimes mainly black girls, but you shouldn't associate it with only black girls.
But like, do you not think they purposely get those videos of black girls?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's another thing. They purposely
I'm sure
get the
there are
videos
plenty of white girls doing the same thing.
That's exactly my point. Like, it's not, they just want to push their agenda, so they'll look for videos that pushes their agenda. But in reality, all things considered, it's not just that one type of people.
Yeah.
So I feel like you shouldn't, especially if you're black, don't be like, oh, I don't like black girls because of A, B, and C, even though the reasonings aren't based on their race. Like, I don't think if you're your race, you should not like your race. It's like,
it scares me.
I know some Turkish girls that don't like Turkish guys, that only like black guys.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, are we pieces of meat? Like, come on now. Your mum was with your dad all those years. Like, you should be liking your race. That's what you grew up in. That's your culture.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to marry your race. You can perfectly marry someone.
But you can't be completely like closed off.
Yeah,
it scares me. I think
it does.
It's so fucking strange. I genuinely don't get it. I think it's weird. And like, I think the fact that there are so many people that are so open about it. Like, you know, when you get those TikToks, those white girls, and they'll be very much like, oh, like
only black guys,
chocolate for life.
Yeah.
And all that. It's like Khloe Kardashian. She's like openly said how much she fucking loves black men. I think you're scary. You're very fucking scary.
Nah, it is. And I think their mindset is, oh, I'm being opening to another race. It must be a good thing. But it's just like a fetish thing. That's what it is.
And like, don't make it. This is the thing with interracial relationships. A lot of people want to make it their brand and their main deal that they're in an interracial relationship. But I think. And I really fuck with people who are dating a black person, Asian person, and they're like, I want to like invest and like get to know their culture, but not in a way where I want to like intrude or pretend to be one of you. But I want to understand it, especially if you're together and you're not having children, because you need to learn it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, my dad's a white man, and he's had to like understand what it's like to be Caribbean and like things of black culture because he has 2 black children. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you because it's like worst case scenario. Interracial relationship, you have a kid and the dad leaves. So, for example, let's just stereotype and say white lady with a black man has a mixed race kid and the black man leaves. Then you're stuck with a kid who is half black, and if you know nothing about the culture, the kid could potentially be fucked. Because let's use hair for example. You don't have to take care of their hair. You could be giving them the most wrong things with their hair, and they don't even realize it's bad. You don't realize it's bad because you don't really know how to take care of black people's hair. And then they're going to school with other black children, and they're like, "Why does your hair look like that?" You get what I mean? And it can just cause more problems, bullying, etc. So I feel like when you do interracial relationships, you need to dive into the culture to an extent, because if you're gonna have kids with this person, half of your kids are gonna be part of that culture. And you need to have enough understanding
You can't neglect it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't neglect it.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be with someone that neglects the culture. But you should have enough understanding to maintain the relationship at an optimal level. All things considered, like potentially kids, all of that, and me and their parents. I'm not saying, oh, if I date an Albanian girl, I have to start wearing an Albanian flag and wave it around and stuff. But I need to understand the culture more.
You need to appreciate it.
Yeah.
I would class us as... First of all, I really liked your video on like the tiers with the friends. I reckon, what would you class me as? I would say we're social media friends.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because if you were going to put me lower, I'd be like, I don't really know how to react. What was I going to say to you? So, you're the type of guy that like screams loyalty to me, but I'm only like grasping that from a meeting once basis, and we talk online. Are you the type of guy, right? Do you like ditch the man then when you got a girl? And they're saying at you, I'm just...
no word about that. I knew this question was going to come up.
My editor asked me to put it in.
Okay. Ditching a man them, no. Like, because with a girl, without a girl, the man them will always be there for me.
Right.
But there has been a situation where I had a girlfriend and I was taking, I wouldn't say taking time, no, I was taking time away from the man them. I was always with her, stuff like that. But with my friends, luckily, they're understanding to the extent that you have a girl, you want to be with her, you get it. Just when it comes down to, oh, I have to even out the time, basically. Like,
I think you do. And to be honest, right, not just you, I'm not even you in particular, but just people in general. I think, because personally, right, I'm not going to lie to you, when a guy moves to me, right, and he says to me, I'm like, oh, like, you've got plans with your boys, your man them, right?
yeah.
And then he says to me that he wants to bail on that for me. That's actually a red flag for me.
I kind of get what you mean.
Do you mean that's actually a red flag?
Yeah.
Because it's very much like, because for me, right, my friends, I fucking value my friends. I fucking adore my mates. And, like, there's never going to be a point where I'm going to, like, have something, like, planned with them and then be like, oh, like, fuck you for the boyfriend. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen. And for me, when someone's, like, willing to bail on their lot for me, it's like, no, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It gives me the ick.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, though. I get what you mean. It's more like...
Because I hate those people that are in relationships and they do not make time for their friends.
Yeah.
And, like, I find that, like, because realistically, we want to get to a point where in 10 years' time, 15 years' time, we're living with our other half, right? They're our priority.
Yeah.
Understand?
That makes sense.
But at the same time, it's very much like your friends were probably there before.
Yeah. And
relation to this,
I feel like it shows a signs of they think they're loyal, but they're not. Because if you can't be loyal to your friends, how far is your loyalty going to go with me? Because let's say worst case scenario, you feel that the attachment you have to me kind of slows down, and then someone else comes into the picture, and then you start getting attached to them. I'm out of the picture then. That's how cheating happens. I feel like if you value your friends and if you value how I view you, don't start prioritizing me over your friends, especially if it's a thing where your friend has a party or an event planned and you're actually not going to spend time, just to spend time with me. I get, oh, you're chilling with your friends, just doing nothing, and then you want to spend time with me, that's fine. But if your friends have a birthday party and you'd rather just sit at home with me, it's like, unless your friends are fake and you hate them, that's a bit mad to me. Because these are your sisters.
Are you the guy that wants to mix?
Yeah, my friends and my...
For your linking, yeah.
Would I say I'm a mixer? I mean, I wouldn't... It depends. Elaborate, give me more, because I need to know how I'm going to answer this.
So, like, in the sense... So in the sense where, like, it's your boy's birthday party, all the man them got their girls. Your boy says to you, "Bring your missus."
Oh yeah. That I would.
I think it's really important for your friends to get on with who you're dating.
Yeah.
I think that's an ick as well and a red flag. If my friends like, because I had it before, right, where I've had to really put with some people my friends are dating, I really haven't fucking liked them. Like I really haven't liked them. And then it's been very much like, I don't want to hurt my friend's feelings, so I don't say nothing. But then afterwards, when it goes to shit, they're very much like, why did you not say anything before? And it's stuff. Well, when things end, and I think, oh, right, like, I should have said something else, we could have ended it sooner than later.
Yeah, I feel like your proper, genuine friends, yeah, if they don't like your partner, it's probably for a good reason.
I think so.
That's one thing I've learned. It's like, do I say this? Do I say this?
Go on, I'll cut it out if we need to.
Yeah, no, it's just not that deep. I was dating someone once, and I think every human being that knew me told me of how much of a bad idea it was. Like, everyone told me, oh, Jamari, don't date her. You're not supposed to be dating her. Stuff like that. And to me, it was like, in my head, I'm like, I can't just go with what everyone else is saying. I need to trust myself in this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, your friends do know you a lot. And if they're your proper, genuine friends, they almost know you the best. So if your friends aren't feeling them, don't just disregard
There's
it
a reason for that.
Yeah, it's not just people hating. There's a
Mm-hmm.
proper reason. And obviously, I learned the hard way, but at the same time, it's like, it's fine, because now I know, let me value my friends' opinions. You get what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
To an extent, though, because I don't want, unless their bias comes in, then I don't want to hear it. But if they're genuinely thinking, oh, this wouldn't suit Jamari or stuff like that, I'm going to hear it now, because they wouldn't want to just hate on what I have.
I think there's two takes. I think there's the type where they're like, oh, bin them off, because they're jealous.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that enough, but friends actually get a bit jealous when you're linking someone.
I hear that.
That it does happen. One, either being because you ain't got your boy anymore or because you're single, right?
Yeah.
There's that, and then there's the almost like, yo, like who you're linking is actually a full on dickhead. Like, come on, cut the rope. Do you know what I mean? Like, set that aside. I have a friend who, so for me, I'm quite a bit, not a bitch, but I'm like quite like, I put up with like bare shit or did, and I've literally like, I'm at a point now where like I'm gonna be honest with you, if someone like disappears off the face of the earth when they're linking, right, and then they try to come back to me like 2 months saying, what's good? Am I now? Well, like, what cat? Just, I'm not thinking, I don't think it's fair to expect a shit ton of time off them. I don't, when you're linking someone, I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? Even just like a check in, a call in, do you know what I'm saying? Especially when you've gone from like talking every so often to like not at all.
Yeah.
Just be like, yo, what's good? Hope you're well. That makes me happy. Do you know what I mean? That keeps me comfortable.
It's because everyone has shit to do, you feel me?
Yeah, fully. We're at an age now where everyone's obviously quite occupied, but
but as long as you can make even a little text, that goes a long way. But a lot of people don't realise that, because I don't think a lot of people know how to value someone else to an extent.
Do you think that's a men problem though? I think a lot of men are like that.
Men problem.
Like with like in the sense of like feelings and stuff, and like.
Oh yeah.
You know
a lot of the man them don't know how to catch feelings.
Yeah.
And from my experience with my friends, I feel like it's just due to a lack of trust towards women. That they don't really want to trust a woman. So even if they feel like they're liking a girl, they're not gonna try make it obvious that they do. They just want to put feelings aside, DTB, stuff like that.
But you give me the impression that are you quite open with your feelings?
Yeah.
See, I think that's why. Do you know? I think that's why I was attracted to having you as a guest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you're very like, it's like uncle energy. Do you know what I mean? Like you're so like you have quite a fair bit of wisdom. There are some man them that are like twice your age that can't say the shit that you do.
A lot of people.
Do you know what I mean?
Nah, I see it as well. Sometimes it's like, obviously I have older aunties, I know older women and their boyfriends. When they tell me some of the stuff they go through, it's like, bro, how can man be 30 and not know how to approach the situation? You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me, I appreciate the way I think sometimes, because I don't even realize how, I wouldn't say rare, actually no, it is rare, how rare it is.
It is very rare.
Because I have a lot of people telling me, oh, raw, you're smart, blah, blah, blah.
For sure.
The way you think, you're beyond your years. I don't just take it as someone's trying to compliment me. But when I sit down and deep it, it's like, some man really don't know how to operate some situations.
No, fully, you've like got it spot on. Like, obviously you're too young for me. But like, I wish the 24-year-olds were like you. Honestly, like, and it's just being in touch with your feelings. How are you telling me that you're going to like try and act like the bad boy when you're with your lot, and then you keep on that same like you're maintaining that same like, what's the word?
Persona.
Yeah, thank you. Persona when you're with me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can't let it go when you're with me, we've got nothing.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. It's like, the whole point of dating someone is that they could see a side of you that not everyone has access to.
Yes.
And that's like a big thing for me. When I date you, I don't want everyone to, I don't know if it's jealousy, but I don't want everyone to enjoy you as much as I do. I want our bond to be separate, specific, like more important. Obviously, you have your best friends, your girls, all of that. I can appreciate that. Fine, that's fine. But there still has to be something that separates me from everyone else. It can't just be a thing where sex can't be the only separating factor. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It can't only be, because there's more to a relationship than just sex. Especially nowadays, because a lot of people don't even value sex to the extent that they should, in my opinion. But at the same time, I'm not gonna like call them out for that, because when I get horny, sometimes I think, you know what, I need to chop stuff like that. I feel like just disregarding the value of sex. So I kind of get why they like that to an extent.
Yeah, we've all got needs.
Yeah, it's just normal human instinct. But if you can really just shun the needs aside and stick by your morals, it's fine. Like that's good. That's an attractive trait to have.
Do you know what? I was saying this to my last guest, right? So for me, a lot of guys have said to me that if I don't pull out on the first date, they prefer it.
What do you mean by pull out?
Like, what's the term? I didn't want to like be very vulgar.
Oh.
Like give out.
Okay, I get what you mean. Oh, yeah,
is that better? Give out?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of guys have said to me they actually prefer it. Are you the same?
Okay.
Can you understand why though?
Yeah, but it really depends, because it depends on the person. If I feel like what we have could potentially be something
After one date, though.
Yeah, that's the
Do you
problem.
get attached after one date?
No.
Like, do you get gassed after one date?
I always know there's more to it.
I was gonna say because you're 18, so I understand that.
Yeah, but it's like with the people I have spoken to and stuff, it's like again, since I am slow when it comes to hints, I've actually just gotten to know them about thinking of a relationship in mind. So then, when it comes to trying to make things official and dates and stuff like that, it's like even if they do it on the first, I've already gotten to know you to that extent. Like this relationship stuff has just caught up to me. I've just been getting to know you. I fuck with your vibe. Now the relationship stuff has met. So if we like give out on the first date, it's not really as much as an issue to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, we're gonna move on to trending topics last, right? I'm intrigued to hear your take about this because you don't really talk about this stuff on your page. So I want to talk to you about. I've got three things. Three? Yeah, three things. I want to talk to you about. I don't know if you're familiar with it. So about 5 days ago, you know Ray J the rapper.
Yeah.
Well, I say the rapper. He's not really known for being a rapper, is he? But you know who Ray J is.
Yeah.
So he did like an Instagram live, like a 44-minute video on the issues that have been like ongoing currently with Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. So obviously there's been. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a really long video. I don't know if you've seen anything about it. It was a really long video, and like to the point where you just can't maintain
what's going on
concentration because it's just so fucking long. So basically, I can't think of what the trigger was, but he was basically saying he was like bashing Kim Kardashian and saying that like she was fully aware because obviously she goes on with the idea that it got leaked, right? But she was saying about how basically, Ray J was saying it was arranged, shot multiple times. Kris Jenner was in on it. Kris Jenner actually watched the videos and shows which one to be leaked. He finds the article for you, and it's just I'm intrigued to hear your take. The Kardashian fans are noting all the information Ray J provided that proves Kim Kardashian has been lying about her sex tape. Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner on blast, recording all the lies family allegedly told about the infamous sex tape. Ray J is out for vengeance against Kim and Kris allegedly fabricating information surrounding the tape and its creation. Accusing Kim and Kris of painting him the bad guy who leaked the tape, but the One Wish singer is adamant that Kim and Kris are the ones who sought out a deal with Vivid Entertainment to legally distribute this sex tape to the public. I know you're not like really in touch with like pop culture and celebrity culture, but I do appreciate and acknowledge your takes.
Okay, thank you.
So if you had to guess from the little information you have, do you think it's leaked or do you think it's like planned or?
I think it's
because I know like do you mean like it's a worldwide name. I know you would have like known the ins and outs.
Yeah. I believe because if she thought about the leak popularizing her and stuff like that, then I could believe it's a leak because it's a smart move. You get her name out there, and then obviously everything else has happened, and now she's Kim Kardashian. But at the same time, like, why would he leak it? That's what I'm thinking. Because at the time, was Kim like, what was she? Was she anyone?
She was like Paris Hilton's assistant.
Yeah, like she wasn't Kim Kardashian today. She wasn't even half of it.
No.
So for Ray J to leak it wouldn't make any sense because I'm sure he's had sex with a lot of women and that hasn't been leaked, has it?
Yeah.
So I feel like.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I can't lie, I have.
What do you think about it? I don't think it's that good.
It's terrible.
But you know what I mean, though.
That's why I kind of think
there's so much hype about it, so much hype, and I thought I need to see this because it's so easy to find.
Yeah, it is.
And I just thought, do you know what? I don't get it.
It's dead.
I really don't get it.
But it's because when you look at Kim Kardashian now, and then you hear, oh, she wasn't a sex tape that got her famous. You look back on it. Because obviously every guy likes big bum stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when you go on the sex tape, it's actually not the case. Like this was before the bum and stuff.
Prior all the work. Yeah.
So, answering your question earlier, I do believe it was a planned leak. Because let's look at it from a logical standpoint. She was really a no one, and it was Ray J. So if Ray J leaked it, I don't think she would have gotten as much clout as a planned leakage from her and whoever else was involved because it's literally just him fucking a girl that no one knows. You get it? Why would she get famous because of that? Like, the guy has probably fucked bare girls. Why is she going to be different? And that's why I think it's planned because obviously they must have set it up in a way to get her name out there.
So you think it was leaked?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I think it was that. I think Kim K wanted it to be leaked.
Oh right, cool, yeah.
Yeah, because if it was just a leak, she wouldn't have been who she is today.
But the thing is, though, right, why does it keep on resurfacing now? Because the thing. So what happened was, so he's released all these things, and for all because people are fucking sick and twisted, aren't they? He could have made this all up, and he's basically showing how like they had contracts. Apparently, they got paid like £1 million like 3 weeks afterwards, which wouldn't happen if it wasn't like purposely leaked.
Yeah,
you understand? You just wouldn't, because you wouldn't be able to find the source or whatever. And I don't know. I don't know what my opinion is. I feel like. But then he also posted a bit about their DMs, like a snippet of them talking, and she was like, "Oh, we've portrayed you to look this particular way in the show for whatever reason." And I just think if it was leaked, you wouldn't be given the time of day.
Yeah.
But then also, why would you message him like Kim Kardashian with the blue tick? He can screenshot that. That's what I don't get. So I'm thinking, someone's lying.
Yeah, no, that's why I think it was planned. Because I know what I'm trying to say. It's like, if it was just a leak of him, let's say, for argument's sake, fucking some hoe, because when you hear a famous celebrity has a sex tape leaked, everyone's going to assume it's a whole type of thing.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have gotten as much clout. That's why I'm thinking it had to be planned and stuff for her to get as much clout as she did and then move on to greater things. Because she wouldn't be, I believe, from what I know, she wouldn't be where she is today if it weren't for that leakage. That leakage has done so much for her career. And then obviously she's just done the rest.
But like, why though?
That's what I'm trying to think.
That's what, because it's not good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If anyone here is watching and hasn't seen the video, don't bother, because it's just I don't get it. And because I get, obviously Kim Kardashian's like, obviously because her dad was the lawyer for the O.J. Simpson case, so obviously she's known because of that. But you know, I genuinely, I'm quite good at coming to conclusions.
That's what I'm like.
But to be honest, there are so many loopholes. I'm just very much like,
it's like, if Kim did want it to be leaked, how did she know it would go the way it's gone for her? Like,
and it's not even Kim, it's Kris Jenner as well.
And Kris.
She's a crazy cunt, honestly. Like the amount of shit that woman's like capable of, and she's very good at like when things are going down. She's very good at distracting with other family drama. I can't think of examples, but I see it over like Twitter and TikTok all the time. What's your like? So obviously, I know you're not really like indulging like celeb culture. What's your like view on just like Kardashians as a whole?
Okay, when I think of Kardashians initially, it's just like Kanye's moving mad, big bum girls.
Kanye is moving mad.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit too much, isn't it? You must, because do you like Kanye?
You know what? Like, I don't listen to his music, but I can appreciate his music.
But like, the thing is, the only thing I see Kanye online all the time, and it's like it's never for his music. It's always for bashing Kim. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I think
when that whole Pete Davidson thing was going on,
that was a bit too much.
Yeah, I think
did you see the video with like Kanye made a music video and with like R.I.P. Pete, and there's like a coffin and everything. I think it's fucking awful. But he is mentally unstable. I also said to my mum, like, he's fucking crazy, and my mum goes, "But Jordan, he's ill." I'm like, "But he can afford to get therapy, man." Do you know what I mean? So like Kardashian brand, what are you saying?
Okay, when I think of them, I really think, why are they famous? Like, if someone were to ask me, what do you think of Kardashians? I'd actually say, I don't even know why they're famous.
Yeah.
Like, I know they're famous. They're some of the most famous people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know why. I can tell you why Messi's famous, football. I can tell you why LeBron James is famous, basketball. I can tell you why a lot of celebrities are famous without even knowing too much about them. When it comes to Kardashians, I can think of sex tape, but a sex tape can't make you that famous.
Yeah.
So why?
Do you know, I'm not going to lie to you though. If someone came up to me and they were like, "Yo, like, let's look into a crystal ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You and me are gonna make not you and me, but this man. You and me are gonna make a tape, and it's gonna not only make you incredibly wealthy, it's gonna blow up for you and your whole family. You and your whole family. This man's gonna say to me, you and your whole family are set for life. If you do this tape, I'd literally say to him, pass the fucking camera, let's go. Not so. They do get a lot of shit, to be fair, but I genuinely think it's a talent to be famous out of nothing.
Yeah.
That's a talent.
That's a talent in itself. No, I agree with that, because it's like they kind of know how people are going to react. They read the room well, and they know how to put themselves to the top. And I think that's kind of an underrated talent, because when it comes to the eye test, you can't really see it. But when you properly deep the psychological impact it can have, it's like, okay, we know how people are, we know how people react. Let's do this, this, and this. So our names are there, and there. You get what I mean? Honestly, I don't even know what they're famous for. I could be wrong. They could be like They could own a business I know nothing about, but at the
I
same
think
time, yeah,
I think since they've like created like the Kardashian brand, they have like ventured into other things,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they are smart. But I honestly, like, no lie at all, I think the Kardashians are some of the smartest people on the planet.
yeah, smart business people,
Like
100%.
the way in which they move, how they've created and generated so much fucking wealth for themselves and for their family. Their great grandchildren are already mega rich.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And if you can become that, not I don't think fame doesn't. I'm not attracted to fame.
yeah, no, same.
I'm attracted to wealth.
Mm.
But if I could make half as much as what they've made from having no fucking talent, then let's fucking go.
Yeah,
Let's
that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
go.
Like, this might as well. Like, but yeah, I don't think their talent is face value. I think it's more you have to deep it with your mind of how they got to where they are, because they are smart business people. You can really tell.
Extremely.
Because look at them. I don't think majority of people know why they're famous, but they know their name. They know Kim Kardashian. They know all of this. So for you to have that type of impact, intelligence.
I saw this thing, and apparently, obviously not at the moment, apparently Kim Kardashian has been Googled more times than the Queen.
That's believable.
Like, not at the moment, obviously.
Yeah, not now.
R.I.P. Right, so I don't know if you're familiar with this guy. I asked you this, but I can't remember your answer. Are you familiar with PnB Rock?
Before he died, no.
You know, I feel like that's quite a common thing, you know. It seems to be like not even like rappers, but like maybe like creators or entertainers in particular, and like they're like quite well known, but a lot of people still don't really know who they are when they pass. Personally, I think you'd like him. I really fuck him. I think obviously he was killed or shot in California about how many days ago was it? It's Friday now. I want to say the 12th.
Okay.
Is that Monday?
Thanks.
Yeah, Monday. He's actually a really talented guy. I think he's really cool because he's a rapper, but he's also R&B artist. It's giving me like kind of Drake energy.
Yeah.
Because obviously Drake's quite versatile. I don't really like. I'm not like properly like digested into his music. Like I think he's decent. I'm gonna listen to him. I do listen to him, but like not to the point where it's like oh rah, like let's go.
Yeah.
But let me read you the article. I think I was really surprised to read this. Well, I wasn't and wasn't. So rapper, do you want the Maggie? This corner shop teased me off. I said to my guy, I think because I had one already in my fridge at home, I bought two, and I was like, oh, like how much were I bought? Type of thing. He was like, oh, £8. I thought, what for? I was like, mate, there's two.
Two for £8.
Two for £8. How much are they in your ends?
My mum went to a shop and she got 3 for 10.
I need to go to Tottenham.
3 for 10. That 2 for 8. That is daylight robbery.
I could literally like. You know when there's like a queue and you don't want to cause a fuss?
Yeah.
And I can just feel like tears and like, oh, yeah, cool, solid, have a good fucking day. Rapper PnB Rock is killed in robbery in South Los Angeles. Describe the killing, whose name as a senseless loss. Where's the bit I want to find? The rapper was brutally attacked by an individual who apparently, or we believe, came to location after a social media posting of the artist and the woman, I think that's his girlfriend, and the woman accompanying him posted on Instagram in picture of the meal. For me, after what happened with Pop Smoke, because Pop Smoke, he posted, RIP, because he posted his address, didn't he, or something?
Yeah, there was a little, he didn't post it, someone taking a picture did, and there was a little, like, I remember the picture, but I don't remember where it was.
Who was the person that posted the picture, actually? Was it like one of his boys?
Yeah, it was.
With his address on it?
Yeah, like you could, if you saw that picture, you could tell where he is and go to the location and stuff like that.
Right. So I haven't actually seen the picture for this, to be honest. I couldn't figure it out. But I just think, I don't know. Do people need to be like more careful then when they're like posting where they are? Because a lot of people have come out and they've said, post afterwards. Take the pics if you want to, leave and then take a picture. Because for me, I just think when you're doing that, and obviously like let's not talk bad of the dead, but when you're doing that, it's not just yourself you're putting at risk, it's also your family. Imagine if you had like kids with him. Do you know what I mean?
Just people around you, general.
This is the thing, like everyone else just in the same place at the same time.
Yeah. I've seen somewhere, and I'll say it anyways. I've seen somewhere where the people are thinking his girlfriend set him up. Like,
do you reckon?
That's what people. Because I saw somewhere.
What's the source? What they say?
It was a comment or a bunch of comments saying the way she was on the video, she didn't seem remorseful. She didn't seem sad or anything. I could be 100% wrong.
Some people are very like reserved though.
Yeah, that
Do you
could
know
be
what I
a
mean?
factor.
Like, to be fair, I feel like a lot of people just don't want to show their emotions. I think I'd be the same if my boyfriend just got fucking shot.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't want to just. So, but then again, it's like
It depends on the person.
yeah, it does. And generally, with girls, even though I don't really like generalizing, this is just a fact. If they were to see their man in any sort of danger, they're gonna react straight away. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna be either screaming, crying, trying to fight, but there's gonna be a reaction.
Have you seen the video of it happening then?
No.
Okay, no, because
That's why I need to see the video because I've only read comments.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
But I feel like if that's his girlfriend, yeah, and you know how your man is, posting his location, and if you really care about your man, you're gonna want them to be safe as possible. And I think she was the one that took the picture. No, was she? Was she the one that took the picture?
This is the thing. Like, it's all very blurred lines at the moment. Like, I want to say yes. I want to say yes.
Okay, if she posts a picture, allegedly, if she posts a picture, for argument's sake, that is a bit dodgy because you as.
But do you think though? Because people are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
People are full on dickheads. Do you think there's any chance that she just wasn't thinking twice?
That could be a factor as well.
Because people are fucking.
Because you could just be happy, giddy, or with my man, let me post it, blah blah blah.
A lot of girls are like that.
Yeah, that's the next thing you know, you get shot. But it's like, okay, maybe. Obviously, he must have had people that hated them to kill him. But at the same time, it's like, for someone to slide on you that actively, it's like, it must have been a setup. Because to get slid upon and then killed straight away, that it had to be that planned or something. Because if it's a thing where it's an accidental post and you got his drop, I feel like it could have been, I haven't even seen the video, I can't even say this, but I feel like it could have been more.
I feel like it's one of those things where, like, anyone who had it has been very much like, delete it, like, you need to delete it.
Yeah.
Because Twitter is usually quite a good source for finding those things. If you search and, like, go for whatever, and I've had no luck. I was looking actively this morning. Not even, like, in a sick way, obviously. I was just, it's really hard to try and join the dots when, like, all the articles are so vague on it, but I just think it was really fucking bad luck.
Nah, it is sad though. It's sad.
It's
awful.
Like
people should be more careful. Like even the general public about posting. Like say, I saw. Give me a rap. How can little baby or something like that? And I took it's little baby. Let me take a picture. Little baby's here. Next thing you know, he's getting shot and it's my fault.
I saw this thing actually about how someone met someone somewhere. I can't remember who it was, and the guy was like, "Can you wait till I leave?" Which I thought, fair enough, because you can't really argue with that, can you?
Yeah.
I can't remember, it was a rapper, I can't remember who it was, and they were just like, can you please wait till I leave?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I think with all these blurred lines currently, it's just very much really hard to like navigate and figure out what's going to work and what ain't, or like what is the case. I don't know.
But I think just in general, when you post, not even like a rapper, any celebrity's location, take into consideration that something bad could happen to them because these people have been put on a pedestal, and then a lot of people can react weirdly to people that are high status on pedestal. Some people can praise them, some people can be obsessed, some people just want money, so they'll kidnap them, that type of stuff. So you need to understand that they're not normal people. They're not like us. They have value that others see in them, and others could move mad to it.
But I do really think that this is going to be the moving point.
Yeah.
I really do, because I don't remember this energy being given when Pop Smoke died.
Yeah, it's because he's just in a gang and stuff like that.
Yeah, and but I don't think that's like I feel like people like to use that as like an excuse for like the killing. Jimmy It's like with Chris Cabot, because obviously Chris Cabot was in 71?
6'7".
6'7". I'm going to cut that. 6'7". Chris Cabot was in 6'7", right? So a lot of people like to be like,
he was in a gang, he was bound to die. Anyways.
But he was still a person.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
say. He was still
and the way he got killed wasn't because of gang affiliation or anything like that. He just got killed by the police.
Yeah.
So we can't really say, he was in a gang, he was living that type of lifestyle. What do you expect?
He's literally in his car.
Yeah.
Didn't even let him go out the car.
You can't just debunk something because what the person is associated with has negative connotations. Like, cool, he's a gang member, but the way he died, especially, you can't even relate that to gang stuff. It's just a black guy getting killed.
Just full on dickheads in the police, the Met Police.
Yeah, but they know they can use that as an excuse. He was in a gang anyways. 6'7", like, because the way people used to speak about 6'7", it's like, the most dangerous gang in London. ISIS don't come to England because of 6'7".
I don't really listen to 6'7". Are they any good?
Yeah, no, they are.
They are.
They were some of the first UK drill artists. Like they really, without them, UK drill wouldn't be where it is today. But it's
That's
like,
a bold statement.
nah, but it's true. It's true. It's very true. Like pioneers of UK drill. But it's like there used to be this whole thing about them, they're the baddest people in England, stuff like that. You get what I mean? It's like they're the main gang of the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So police use that to their advantage. Oh, we killed a 6'7" member. We already know they were dangerous, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially people who aren't even into drill like that. You don't even know what they're about, but when you search them up, 6'7", dangerous gang, blah blah blah. Oh, it's good that one of them. Crazy racist people can just associate with. Okay, it's good that he's dead. Then he was part of a dangerous gang. That's how I see
these
it.
Racists are fucking crazy. They'll do anything to pinpoint us black man.
Stupid.
I want to talk to you about my last training topic. Then we'll go on to the segment.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you don't really give me the vibe of a Disney man, to be honest.
I know that. I like a lot of things.
Really?
A lot of things. Like,
what's your favorite film?
Princess and Frog.
Is it? Fucking hell. That's
and it's not because it's a black princess. It's just out of all of them, I love it the most. It was amazing.
You never failed to surprise me.
Yeah. Nah, I get that a lot. Like when people try to pinpoint
that's
my
good
music
though.
taste,
I like that.
Yeah.
What music do you like?
Anything. That's the thing. I can vibe to country, rock, drill, rap. I want to say I'm open-minded because I don't want to cut anything off because life is full of experiences. Life is full of so many things. For you to just segregate yourself into one corner, it's like, how are you really going to enjoy life? You feel me? I live by that, especially with the games I play, music I listen to, people I chill with. It's like, I don't want to be that guy to just cut off everything because of what's talked about it and stuff like that. It's like, I want to experience it for myself firsthand. So that's why I don't mind being friends with anyone. That's one of the reasons why I'm not stuff like homophobic and stuff like that. It's like you can't really write off these people.
There's also a lot of black people like that as well, unfortunately.
Yeah. No,
but you're like, you know what, I do fuck you because you've always been really kind to me. I do really fucking appreciate that because it's actually rare, which is really sad, really, especially in London because the scene in London is actually pretty big, but it's so segregated at the same time.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get exactly what you mean. It's like that in the UK in general.
The UK is just bad vibes.
Honestly, like when people used to say it, I just used to be thinking, is it really? But then as I get older, you experience more things. It's like, this place is. You don't want you to grow. I
just feel like for me and just for anyone in general, I just think, but why do you care so much?
Yeah.
If someone's not causing you harm and they're not directly, because I always say this because most of my friends are straight. Most of my friends are straight guys, and I say to them like, they all say the exact same thing. Just don't move to me, and we're fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, just don't move to me, and we're fine. That's literally all I get, which I think fair enough. Right. Sorry. So obviously the trailer came out for the live action Little Mermaid the other day. Obviously Halle Berry is a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then the trailer came out and I think the video got let me get the stats right.
I've actually seen on TikTok a lot of things about this trailer.
But do you know what though? So it's been announced that she's gonna be Little Mermaid for like quite a long time, like around like a year, and it got like let me find it, like 1.5 million dislikes because people just can't seem to understand and appreciate why the Little Mermaid can't be black.
Okay, first of all, if we're gonna go logically, because I saw this guy trying to say logically she can't be black, but everything he said was false. Logically, she can be black because
was he a black guy?
No, it was a white guy. He was trying to say, logically she can't be black. It was just so dumb because if we're gonna go by logic and where mermaids usually are, she has every right, even more right, to be black. But my thing is now. This is for me, okay, I think it's for black people in general, but for me personally, my reasoning to why I like seeing recasts as coloured people is that growing up, especially with something as big as Disney, and it has such an influence on kids, there's not really that many black representatives. Mm-hmm. Like Princess and the Frog, fair enough. But
that was quite old, to be fair.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is Aladdin, and it's still some of the colour. It's not black, it's Middle Eastern, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not many. There really isn't. I'm glad you said that.
And for me, it's like, it's good that, because my sisters are still young, they might watch the movie. They're like, hey, if my sisters watch it and they see like a black princess, pretty mermaid, stuff like that, it's nice that they can look up on it and think, oh, look, she's the same colour as me. Because kids are very like innocent with that type of thinking. It's like, they're not going to realise how deep race can be at the start.
They shouldn't have to.
Yeah, but in the long run, it's going to be beneficial because they're going to realise black people aren't just rappers or stuff like that. Like, black people are more than that. You can be much more than, let's just say rappers, for example. No offense to rappers, I love rappers. You man do your thing. But at the same time, it's like, it's nice to see Disney or anyone else representing black people in more of a general scale rather than just always associating it to black culture. Because I did like Black Panther. I love what it did for black people.
I love Black Panther.
But it's like at the same time, it's not a criticism. It would be nice to see something else with a black person as the main character that's not necessarily only black culture.
Black associated.
Yeah, you get what I mean? It's like black people are more than just black association. They're part of the human race. That goes for every race in the world. That's why I'm happy Aladdin's Aladdin. Indian people get... Is it Indian?
Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern. People get representation, stuff like that. So I don't think there should be any issue with the recast as the actor being black.
For me, and this is where I'm at, mermaids aren't real.
I should have said that. That could have just ended the whole thing.
I'm glad you didn't, because I need something to
yeah.
Mermaids aren't real. They are mythical creatures. For the longest time, right, we've all been like bumming off Ariel. We've been bumming off Little Mermaid, like, oh, she's sick, she's a don. This is really cool for girls, right? But as soon as she's a black girl, you guys aren't cool with it.
Yeah.
But mermaids aren't real.
They're not real.
So what's good?
Makes no sense.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's so true. Mermaids aren't real. People get angry at something that's not real.
We've been gassing it up, right, for like years on end.
Yeah.
And now you want to start making noise. You want to start getting loud because she's black.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
And they're not even real. Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Imagine getting that riled up. Because the thing is, since they're not even real, you can't even associate them with one race. Like, it can be whatever you make it to be because it's not real.
Do you know what? If it had been, and someone said this on Twitter, if it had been like a particular historical princess or prince that is based on an actual person, completely fair, I would kind of get that. But it's when there's like, oh, Doctor Who, Little Mermaid, just all that random shit.
It's just made up shit.
They're not real. They're not real characters.
Yeah.
So why are we screaming? Why are we crying?
Literally, the only difference is they've coloured them in a shade darker. Like, let's be real. Their race isn't going to change how they are, how they act, anything like that. So for you to have a huge problem with it...
And it's not like she's like, no offence, but it's not like they're going to make her like a hood character, are they?
Yeah. They're not going to like stigmatise and generalise her with what black girls are associated with. She's just going to be a mermaid that she's always been like. And that's not associated with acting black or acting white. It's associated with something that's made up. Mermaids. Literally, yeah. I get if someone was making a film about Nazis and Hitler and they made Hitler Indian man. It's like, okay, Hitler's not Indian. What are you doing? But this is something that's been fabricated by someone's imagination. And no one has ownership of made up things in the sense that they can't just be one race unless they've made up a race. But mermaids are a species, not a race. So, and it really depends on where you find them at the same time. It's just, nah, man, you shouldn't be angry at something like that. Especially when it can do so much good for so many kids of colour in general. It's like, how can you deny those kids of happiness? You're a sick fucker.
And I just feel like it must be really nice to have, like you said before, a black girl for little girls to look at.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen a brother on the Disney film.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Have we had a black boy in like a Disney film yet? Not one that I've watched. Like a little black boy.
Yeah, there might be, but I just can't.
Yeah, I don't really keep up to date, to be honest.
Yeah.
But no, Right, so I'm going to finish with my final segment, right? So it's called Tweet of the Week. The way it works is, so I find a tweet throughout the week. I ran this by you actually earlier on in the week about just something that I think you can talk about basically, and then I make a poll on my gram, get my lot to share their thoughts, and if they agree or disagree, and then we just go from there.
Okay.
So, if anyone wants to be my cameraman, please. I miss my cameraman so fucking much. Looking at these cameras back and forth it's not the vibe. Okay, right. Tweet of the week. I think body count is an odd thing to ask about at this big ass age.
It depends on it depends on the reason, and even that reason, that depends on something else. If you're disgusted by the number, as much as you're entitled to, I don't think that should be your sole reason why body count is bad. Like, a high number could be mad. I understand. Trust me, I do understand. But at the same time, the number, how do I say this? You shouldn't think to yourself, oh, she's been with so many men, that's nasty. It's more of a thing where it's like, usually a high body count can show a pattern of behaviour, and that's what I'm more afraid of.
Yes. So someone told me the other day, and I've never known this, and I felt really educated when I found this out. Sex, like a lot of frequent sex, is a form of self harm.
How?
So it's like escapism, like
Mm.
a way in order to like kind of like switch off type of thing.
Okay, I get what you mean.
And it's like they know they're not going to enjoy it, and that's their punishment.
Mm.
And I think, who was it that told me? I really wish I could find out so I could give them credit. Someone told me though, and I thought, oh, okay, do you know? Because I've never seen it like that personally, but for quite a few situations for myself and for other people, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you're like feeling a bit shit, and you're thinking, oh, do you know what? Right? And you think it's going to make you feel better, and you just feel fucking shit afterwards.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
It's pointless.
And I think, for me, I feel like there are different ways you can take it. Like, what are you saying, actually? Do you agree or do you disagree?
What was the tweet again? Body count?
So I think body count is an odd thing to ask about at the age.
I don't think it's odd. But it can be, believe it or not.
Would you want to know how much someone's body count is that you're dating? I would.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna make a difference. I'm just nosy. Like, I feel like as long as you're not moving mad and we're together, who gives a shit?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I don't really care if anything, the more you've done, I'm actually quite impressed. Like, if someone, have I ever dated someone that's done like loads? I think I dated someone who was on like 40, and this one we were like 20. And more than anything, I was just like, how have you had the time? Not even like, oh, fuck you, that's grim. More just like, how have you actually found the time?
Yeah.
And I just think, I don't know, but I think it's just coming from a place of being nosy. I wouldn't ever think, oh, rah, you've drilled or like got so many man. I'm not fucking with you no more. I don't think like that. But like, I think I would just want to know, because I'd constantly be asking myself, like, how many has he been with?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, am I like, if there's so many, am I just gonna be another number, another stat? Okay. But again, though, like, once I have that reassurance, it's not an issue. I want to know from the get go.
Okay, I get what you mean by that.
What are you saying?
Okay, for me personally, the way I value sex, because my body count's low. Like, when I've dated girls, at most they've had just one more body than me. You feel me? And the way I value it, it's like, I don't want to, even though I get like down bad horny sometimes, in general, I don't want to have sex with someone who I don't see good enough to have sex with. Because some people just fuck when they're horny. They don't care who they're fucking. As long as they're pretty, like, if you can make me nut, it's fine. But with me, I'd rather actually have and find value in that person that I'm having sex with. And this is a reason why I don't really do casual sex, because you can't just casually find value in people.
I don't think it ends well, to be honest.
Yeah, do you see what I mean?
Someone always gets fucking attached.
Yeah, then people, you see, you get attached, you get chlamydia. It's just long. You get what I mean? But moving on, but sex has a high value to me. So if you share that same value and your body count is high, it will kind of make me think, okay, you say this, but you really just denying the truth to yourself. It's not matching your
yeah.
But if someone explains how sex is valuable to them in the sense that they just want to get one off type of thing, and their count is high, it won't really I know this might be backwards, but it won't affect me as much, because I know at that point then the sex we have, since you actually like me, will be more valuable than everyone else.
And someone's behaviour might have changed.
Yeah.
So say, okay, maybe not now because you're 18, that's quite young. My age, 23, and you're dating a girl who's on like 50 or 40 or something like that.
Oh, that's not. I know people around my age with that type of numbers.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't think that's bad. I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
And they're very much like, oh, like, for whatever reason, I went a bit off the rail. However, like, I don't know, I just feel it's just a number, isn't it?
No, essentially it's just a number.
It's just a number. When we're all buried in the ground, no one's going to care how many bodies we've touched.
No body counts or anything like that. Okay, for my reasoning, if the person's body count doesn't align with their behaviour in the sense that they're completely loyal, they're down to be faithful, I don't have to worry about anything like that. I don't have to worry about them going off one, going mad and start sleeping with bare guys. I didn't say the body count's a high number, like 50 for example, but I know she'll be the one for me that is loyal and stuff like that. I'll think to myself, it's just a number, you feel me? But then at the same time, you can make the argument that if she's really this perfect, how did she get to that number? But then again, people change, you feel me? So
and people alter and people go through shit in between.
Exactly. and that could just be her experience to be better or better, depending on how you value sex.
Yes.
So then, if those bodies led her to be the person she is today, well, come wife, like, you can be my wife, like,
Let's
you get
go.
it,
Let's
yeah.
go, yeah.
But then at the same time, I get why people wouldn't want a high. I can see both sides. In general, I'll say for guys in general, and this is for the girls, if your body count's high, be prepared for most guys to just reject you. Because I know you want to be like, oh, men can do it, it's just a number, blah, blah, blah. You can have that opinion, but reality is a lot of guys don't fuck with that. Because your opinion will get you so far. Your opinion will give you something to stand by, but when it's time to actually settle down with someone, you're going to realise a lot of guys aren't really on that.
I also feel like there's double standards for a lot of things with regards to like having like casual and like promiscuous sex. So I think, and I could be wrong, I think that like the way in which someone would react to me having a lot of sex is going to be quite bad compared to you. Straight male privilege. I feel like when women and when queer men are a bit promiscuous and they like go about their business, it's very frowned upon. It's like perceived as disgusting and wrong and all that sort of thing. But then like when like a straight bloke does it, everyone's like, oh, like you're a boy, you're a lad, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? And it's like I feel like, and this isn't to shit on straight men because I know most of my friends are straight men, but I just feel like it's very much like you can't have one and the other. If you're gonna shit on one, shit on all of us. Do you know what I'm saying?
I can, yeah. I get that, but okay.
Like, what makes it different? What makes it different?
What makes it different? Okay, for queer men, I actually don't know. I never knew queer men actually get shit on for having a high body count. That's surprising to me in the sense that men don't usually happen to men. So why is queer men different?
Because it's like toxic masculinity and it's men being with men.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And obviously, there's a lot of men that don't like the idea of men being the men. So then they're like, oh, like you shagging so many men is just so wrong. But even
okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And obviously, women are just like shitting on all the time, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. It makes sense. You explain the queer men being shit on thing well. Why? Honestly, me personally, just in general, body count wouldn't really bother me as much, but it's just a double standard, really. Like, life is just full of double standards. So for me, I've got to the point where it's like, I just take it in. Like, if this is a double standard for me as a guy, fair enough. If it's not, fair enough. Because there's double standards everywhere that benefit and don't benefit people. So it's really more of a, it's just something you might have to live with type of thing. Like, high body count, queer men and girls have to live with the fact they'll get shot on. Men have to live with the fact they won't get shot on, which is fine for them. But if we're really trying to solve the problem to why this is the case,
I think it's just society being a bit fucked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's really any other way we can.
Yeah, that's literally it's just society being society.
Alright, we've got like 5 minutes before we get kicked out, so I'm going to read the response to you quickly. I say kicked out, they usually give me like another 5, but we'll see. So actually, I got quite a few responses, and everyone agreed. Every single I've never had this before. 100% agreed. Every single person agreed.
Yeah. Which
really surprised me. I'll read you some of the responses. So obviously the tweet was. So the tweet was, I think body count is an odd thing to ask about at this big ass age. So I'll read a couple to you. So L, because adults shouldn't have to worry about how many people they slept with. Yeah, who gives a shit? Like, do you know what I mean?
I get it would be weird, like if you're 40 and you're asking someone, oh, what's your body count? Like,
it's a very, do you know? So I've got a friend who's about 26, and they said to me, I remember I was talking about body count with myself and another friend, and they were like, when you get to mine, you literally do not care.
I can see why though, because
you do not care.
When you get to that age,
it's a very youthful thing.
Yeah, and people think when you're around the older age, you're ready to settle down and stuff. So body count mattering, it's like, why does that matter?
It's like
I'm a big person, we're here to settle down.
And it's like you're finding reasons.
Yeah, to not trying to be with them.
Whereas like you wouldn't ask in the first place if it didn't bother you that much. But again, I can see both sides,
that's
to
the
be
thing,
honest.
you can see both sides.
But I can't really shit on one and not the other. I do get it.
But with the one side that I can see against body count, the only reasoning is that it can show behavior patterns and it can show they might do a mad one and cheat on you and have sex with bad people.
Yeah.
That's the only justification I see for being against body count. Other than that, I don't really see much. As long as you're clean and you're not just spreading chlamydia everywhere, like a high body count isn't as bad as you'd think. Because me personally, I wouldn't really care about how all the other guys were they better than me, stuff like that. Because I'm here now, like.
And you're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, I'm here, yeah, as you said, I'm here for a reason. I'm the one you're dealing with now. I don't care about all these other guys. Because imagine getting mad about if other guys were better than you. They're not hitting it anymore. Why are you mad, bro? Just improve, get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it a learning curve.
Yeah.
Things to work towards.
A funny thing with body count, I would rather a girl with a body count of 12 guys I don't know than 7 guys I know.
That's
what matters to me the most.
That's a mad... Right. Do you know, I really wanted to talk about this, but I thought, no, I'm going to get in trouble. I don't care. I know a group of boys that have all gone through the same girl. There's about 5/6, and they've all gone from the same girl. So they're not my friends, but they're my friends' friends.
Yeah.
And I just think that makes no sense to me at all.
That's bizarre. That's bizarre. Because it's not even about the count. It's the same people. You feel me? It's like, imagine I tried to date a girl and I found out she's had sex with 3 of my boys.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't date you. The man them have already dealt with you.
Yeah.
But if it's 6 guys I don't know, it's like, okay, I don't really know these guys.
Don't mean nothing.
Yeah, they actually don't mean anything.
No.
That's another factor that matters. If you know the guys they are sleeping with, it really will hurt you, especially if you know the guy's like a scumbag, trashy guy, and you're trying to make her your wife. So he sees her as a slag, let's say, and then you see her as your wife. And it's just like, it hurts just thinking like that. Honestly, I'd rather not know the guys. That's an important factor as well.
I would just rather same. Right before we get kicked up. I want to thank you a lot.
Yeah.
This has been good fun.
Dandy man here to help. I just speak how I think.
I appreciate you a lot. A lot. So what are your socials? How do we find you?
Okay, so on TikTok, Jambo Talks. That's Jambo with a H.
Where does Jambo Talks come from? What's your full name?
Jamari Mackay David Brown.
That's a beautiful name.
Thank you. That's the first time I've got that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful name.
And obviously, I just put Jambo because Jambo is just like a short Jamari.
Yeah, cool.
And Talks because I just talk in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's JAHMBOTALKS. Jambo with a H because I'm Jamaican, Jano, that type of stuff.
Jano,
yeah. Instagram is Dandy Talks. Just one word, Dandy, and then Talks. Talks with an S. I don't do no Z Talks. And then, yeah, that's it really.
You got Twitter?
Nah, I don't. People told me to get...
You'd suit Twitter.
No, I think I would, yeah. I just don't know how to get into it.
You would suit...
At all.
No, it's quite... I think at the moment, this current moment in time, it would be quite an awkward thing to break into. You would suit Twitter, though. You would really suit Twitter. Like, all the debates and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Anytime.
I really appreciate you. Right, so everyone... Fucking hell, it's usually not this long. Let's go. We fell out of in. Right, the Winning Side Podcast. Thank you so much, everyone. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. We are back next week. So the endings are always so awkward. I'm like, what do you say? How do you start? How do you end?
Let's just end it with, this will be his best episode because I'm here. Last podcast I told that to got her most views. So it's like the Dandy Man effect.
What podcast was that?
Ice No Tea podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get you the most views because this is what I do literally.
Manifest.
Yeah.
Right. In a bit.
Bye.
Nice one.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
Thank you.
The conversation flowed well.